Hallo liebe Leser der Power Wrestling, der Sebastian mal wieder hier. Willkommen zum Power Talk. Heute eine besondere Ausgabe. Nicht nur ein wunderschönes Stadion hier beim 1. FC Kaiserslautern, sondern auch eine wunderschöne Wrestlerin bei mir. Das war eine sehr flache Überleitung, aber Mila Smith heute bei uns im Interview.
Hi guys.
Und wir haben ja bei Social Media einen ganz besonderen Aufruf gemacht. Wir haben angeboten, wir machen diesmal nicht ein normales Interview wie immer, sondern wir lassen euch mal die Fragen entscheiden. Und die Top 10 haben wir jetzt rausgesucht. Und bei schönstem Wetter, Mila, ich fange direkt mal an. Die erste Frage in English of course. How did you originally get into wrestling and what fascinated you about it?
Well, I come from an Olympic wrestling family, so wrestling always been in my blood. So I always wrestled. But I started watching pro wrestling on TV when I was like 9 or 10 years old. And I fell in love with Victoria. First, she made me fall in love with pro wrestling because I love the contrast between the women who were like so pretty, so beautiful, so, with makeup on, good hair done, but they were so badass at the same time in the ring and doing like those crazy stuff. And I was like, okay, I want to become that type of woman. And that just, that was it. And I fell in love with wrestling and I was like, one day I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in this ring and I'm going to do what they do.
Yeah, and as a quick follow-up, yesterday we talked about that. And coming from an Olympic wrestling family, you are the first pro wrestler in that family. Was that kind of, yay, she made it to the pro wrestling, or are they a bit of, this is not wrestling?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, for them at first it was like, oh, this is not wrestling, like, because, there are cliches about pro wrestling. But then, I just proved them that it's wrestling. It's just another type of wrestling that they don't know. And then following me in my career and in my journey, they start to understand pro wrestling and get into it, and now they're just supporting me 100%.
Perfect. That sounds great. The second question: were there any French or international wrestlers who particularly inspired you growing up? Added to any others, like you mentioned before, like China or something, also strong woman, or did you have?
You say like French?
Any French or international? Not only French, but because when you grew up in France, were there French wrestlers to look up to, or was it more the international?
No, like they were just under the giant. Before, really.
Yeah.
And then there was, of course, my mentor Tom LaRufa, who was in NXT when I was like starting to get into how can I become a wrestler, starting to do my research and stuff. So he was one of the first I talked to. So he definitely was, of course, a big inspiration and my mentor and guided me in my journey and stuff. I've always been more inspired by former Olympic wrestlers like Kurt Angle. I watch a lot of Dean Malenko. I watch a lot of, now Chad Gable is one of them. I liked Michelle McCool when I was a kid as well.
Okay.
I like watching her. To me, she was standing out. And one of my ultimate favorite is Randy Orton. So the way he moves, like his longevity and how he evolved into the business and with his character and stuff, and everything about him is interesting and fascinating to me.
Yeah. Okay. And France isn't really known for the typical wrestling hotspot like the UK or like Germany. But what was your journey through the French indies? What did you experience there, and related to today? Do you feeling there is a kind of movement, improvement or something?
So for me it was hard at first because for some reason I had to make my proof abroad, so I always had to have more bookings abroad than in my own country, even nowadays. But nowadays it's because I'm more established in Europe and I have my bookings here and there. But when I started, it was for other reasons, which are like more personal with some workers. So I've been, I couldn't really perform so much in France at first, so I had to move and perform to other countries. And yes, it was less popular, and it was still popular, but we had less shows or less crowded or less or smaller maybe promotions compared to the UK and to Germany and stuff. I think now It's getting bigger. It's getting better. We have a lot of good promotions now in France, and they're like growing and growing and growing, bringing international talents. I think the scene is getting a lot bigger now, and it's just the start.
Yes, absolutely. And with wrestlers like you, I think they can benefit from that as well. They have to use it. They have to be
Hopefully,
smart.
yeah.
Do it, France wrestling. Do it, French wrestling. Better. And what has been your proudest moment in your career so far, in and outside the ring?
Of my career, wow,
Yes.
that is a very hard question.
And a good one.
And a good one, yeah. I think make it my everyday job. That's one of my biggest achievements so far. Is that being able to most of the time live from wrestling. That was the dream. I think that's the dream for everybody. So I'm grateful and blessed to live this life. Other than that, I think it was, of course, all my WWE performances, whether if it was the tryout in Germany, of course NXT UK, and then when they call me for extra work. Like it's always good to work for them, but I think as well, like my debuts in Japan were something big for me because Japan is a big scene. I would love to go back, actually, but yeah, I think every step is something meaningful, something big. Like also becoming the first ever women's champion in Pakistan when there was like no real wrestling except WWE back then that they were watching. So being the first ever women's champion in Pakistan is something really meaningful as well. So every time we break barriers and we make something that never been done before, it's something great and something that means a lot.
Sounds great. And what I want to add is, of course, she added the kind of more hardcore wrestling also the last month to it. That was impressed because you were one of the normal. Typically, they see the blonde, the beautiness. They say, oh, she would never do like hardcore matches or something. But when you the good thing on a YouTube video, we can now insert some pictures from that cruel matches, and it was amazing to see that you also have that in your repertoire. I think this is also a good kind of development for you, and it's amazing. And not only that was the reason that she become Power Wrestling's Wrestler of the Year 2024. So we are very happy that you are here with us today.
Thank you.
And how do you prepare physically and mentally for your matches? Do you have any rituals or routines that you do every time or the day before, or?
So preparing physically, of course, I keep on training like almost every day, whether if it's at the gym or anything, because you need to build muscles. You need to, to be able to handle all the bumps and all the strikes and all that. So it takes a lot physically. So you need to have your body prepared and ready all the time. So that's not even questionable. You need to go to the gym, you need to eat healthy, you need to be careful of all of that. So that's how I prepare physically. Now mentally, well, I think wrestling makes you do a lot of inner work through your life and through your career. I know that I'm a religious person, so I used to pray before my matches, like, and get in the ring. And then like I'm stretching a lot and stuff like that. But yeah, mentally I would say like praying before getting in the ring and leave it to God,
And any rituals like left boot first, right boot first, or something like
No,
this?
I don't
like
know that.
we're in a football stadium, so the football players normally do stuff like just step with the right foot on the pitch at first or something. So nothing like that. Okay,
No,
that's a good thing. That's
I'm
a
not
good thing.
football player, sorry,
Yes.
I'm a wrestler. I don't do that.
And maybe they do that as well. I don't know. I don't know. And yes. So, is there a dream opponent you'd love to face one day?
Wow, that's also a good question and a hard one because there are like a lot of
You can name 3.
talented women out there.
You can name 3 if you like.
Well, Meiko, but now she's retired. As much as Victoria, that would have been like 2 of dream matches for me. But I would say Natty for sure, Natalia.
Okay.
Neidhart.
A good one.
Yeah, like I love every time there's a woman veteran. She's a dream match. Like I want to face her. I want to, learn from her and stuff. I would say Rhea Replay. I really love her style, what she does, and all that. And then I would say probably Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was also a person that comes in my mind.
Yeah.
Thinking when you're saying it, because it's the style of her wrestling, and you also think it's a good fit.
Match, like,
Yeah,
pretty
could
good,
match.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Could be a banger. We will see. We will see. We will
Maybe
see.
one day, never say
Yeah. And so it's good to have that on tape. We can
That's
bring
it.
that up now. What role does social media play for you as a wrestler? More of a duty, or is it also like a passion, like a joy for you to do it?
It depends. Sometimes it's a duty. Sometimes I enjoy it. Most of the time, I enjoy it because I think as a wrestler, or when you have a typical job, like really like a job that not so many people know,
Yep.
that you need to, just show what you're doing, show what your job is all about. I know that for fans, it's also like cool for them to have a little bit of, seeing a little bit from the inside what I do, like what I eat, how I train, or my lifestyle, or sometimes I do some little vlogs about my weekends in wrestling just to give them a little insight. So I think it's important for them, so it's a relationship between us and the fans that is important. Of course, like everybody else, sometimes I'm tired and I don't want to post, so I'm lazy to post those stuff. But I think it's important to keep on going, and most of the time I enjoy it. I enjoy the connection I have with my fans, and I enjoy that part of the business too.
Perfect. And how do you see the future of women's wrestling, especially in Europe?
Well, to be honest, I think it has so much potential. Like the girls right now have a lot of potential. Like either my generation or the generation which is coming, for majority of them, they have good attitude, they have good mentality, we have good chemistry, we can build something great together, and they have good potential, they train hard, I think girls now understand that all the work that the women did before us, for us to have that spot and be able to do what we do now. So I think we feel all grateful for what has been done until now, and we take it very seriously to keep on going and give to the fans what they want, but also show promoters, show the fans, show everybody in the locker room and everybody out there that we are worth it, we are worth the investment, we are worth the time in the ring, what was the storylines, we want more, And I think promoters understand that, they can see it, and you can see that there are more and more promotion who try to build up women's divisions and all over Europe, and I think it's just the start of something beautiful.
Yeah, I also feel that at the moment. We had times in wrestling business where the women matches are also a kind of the eye candy for the evening. Just put women on the card and let them do 2-minute matches and let them see beautiful and make good stuff out there. But especially you are the typical thing to see that you are, when you are on the announcement, on the posters, you are starting to headline those events, so it's not only my opinion. Where I really see that in social media when the people ask us now the response to this Q&A. It's really great that it put it in that direction, and you are a very big reason for that, I have to say.
Thank you.
To be honest,
Thank you.
You're welcome. And last but not least, last question: what message would you like to share with young girls who want to follow in your footsteps?
Wow. That's a great one. There's so many things to say. First, I would say don't quit. Keep on going, no matter what people tell you, no matter what your friends tell you, family, promoters, or anybody. Just if you have a vision, just stick to it and put the work into it. Stay humble. Don't take a big head after 3 matches. Just keep on being hungry. Stay hungry the whole time. Never stay in your comfort zone. I think that's how you lose yourself.
Yeah.
I would say ask feedbacks, ask questions, ask whatever you need to ask just to get better every time. Yeah, keep working hard and don't think it's not going to be easy. I'm not telling you it's not going to be easy. There's still a lot of work to do, but it's a beautiful journey. And the good times are 10 times worse the bad times. So it's just, enjoy your life. If you want to do it, just go for it, go all in, and yeah, have fun. Join me in the ring.
Perfect. And as a quick follow-up, we are here in Kaiserslautern at the Kartvention 4. How do you liked it so far? What was your experience? How do you enjoy it or not?
Well, it was my first kart convention, to be honest. I was like really surprised to see so many people, and it's different world for me because I never seen that before, and like it was a lot of fun. Like there were wrestling fans, kart fans, like trading cards and stuff, and it was like a total different environment. And yeah, everybody is super cool, and the place is great. Everything, it was beautiful, and it was a nice event. Like I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And you learned a lot. You learned a lot about cards.
Yeah.
I saw her speaking with the collectors about their cards and what they have, and it was great to walk with her around here, show some nice cards, and it was great. And so thank you very much for your time for this Q&A, and we have some more coming up with Mila here on this YouTube channel. Stay
Connected.
Stay connected. Thank you very much. And the last word is for you.
Just have fun. Summer is coming, so enjoy the sun. Come to wrestling shows. Come to meet us. We are always happy to see you, and take care of yourself.
And today we had trading cards from Mila.
Oh,
this is a very important thing.
Big
and
announcement
yes,
here.
and we have some left. So when Mila ever is going to promotions and doing matches this year, or maybe next year, but there are not so many cards, use your opportunity, use your chance, go to her, and forget the 8x10s. Trading card is the new deal. A signed trading card from Mila Smith. This is the real deal. So just a quick advertisement on this.
Exactly.
We have to do
on
it.
sales on every show from now on. So just come meet me, and I will sign them for you. And yeah.
They see them now here. Bing.
Bing.
Looks nice.
They look awesome, by the way.
Bye.
Bye.